Good morning, students. Myself, Rajesh Dikruz. Welcome to e-learning classes provided by Sannakas Academy. Children, today we will start History Lesson 2, Class 7. Lesson is the Kings and Kingdoms. Topic: Political development in India. In this topic, we will see Harshvardhana, a king Harshvardhana. The king Harshvardhana death in 623 century made the a vast kingdom very big, and due to his death, his kingdom broke up into so many small kingdoms. And you know that during those period, in the medieval period, all those kingdoms used to fight among themselves to occupy others' kingdom. So talking about after the death of Harshvardhana, his entire kingdom broke up into so many small kingdoms, and these all small kingdoms fought among each other. They tried to defeat each other and occupy their kingdom. So in history, there were so many battles. In history, there were so many wars between those kingdoms. Among them, one is very important in the history. That is called tripartite struggle for Kannauj. That is called tripartite struggle for Kannauj. Kannauj was a very good and very productive place located near the Ganga river. The land was so fertile. So the king who made their control over the Kannauj, they had a great resource of revenue. And also it paved a great way of trades. So kings collected a good amount as a tax from the traders. So talking about the tripartite struggle, there were three very powerful kingdoms. One is Gurjara Pratiharas. Gurjara Pratiharas, founded by Harishchandra, and after him, under the leadership of Nagabhatta, it became so large kingdom in the 6th century. And the other kingdom is Rashtrakutas. Rashtrakuta was originally subordinates of the Chalukyas. After overthrowing their master, became powerful and established an independent dynasty. And the third powerful kingdom was Palas. Palas. Palas was also a dynasty founded by Gopala in 8th century, and this Gopala also started as the ruler of the teeny small kingdom, and later on it became a very large and powerful. So these three dynasties fought for the Kannauj. These three dynasties fought for the Kannauj to occupy their control. Because of these three big kingdoms, this war became very famous, and people came to know as tripartite struggle. So this is called tripartite struggle for Kannauj. The kingdoms who fought for the Kannauj were Gurjara Pratiharas, Rashtrakutas, and Palas. This is talking about the tripartite struggle for the Kannauj. Now see outcome of the tripartite struggle. Outcome of the tripartite struggle. What was the result of the tripartite struggle? Due to the struggle, all these three kingdoms became weak by the resources. Their resources made them so weak. Because of the weakness, each kingdom later on ended, declined. Talking the conflict between these kingdoms weakened their resources. At the end of the 9th century, the Pala kingdom declined with its subordinate in Kamarupa. That means the outcome of the result was that Pala dynasty became weak, its resources became weak, and they could not face the other kingdom, and it declined. Gurjara Pratiharas kingdom also declined soon after and subordinate to the Chauvans, Chandelas, Guhilas, Kalachuris, Paramars, and Solankis. And later on talking about the Rashtrakutas. Rashtrakutas also got declined, and because of this weak power of this kingdom gave way to the Turks to invade India and established Delhi Sultans. So this is the story of the tripartite struggle, and talking about this emergence of this kingdom made a lot of changes in social, political, economic, and cultural changes. So this is the main points of these lessons. Again we'll meet in the second lecture tomorrow. Whatever I have taught you on that, just have a question answers. Okay, children. So this is the question answers. What happened after the death of the king Harshvardhana? Second, who was the founder of the Pala dynasty? So write this question in the copy and get ready for the next lecture tomorrow. Children, please subscribe my channel and share it. Thank you. Bye.